Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, hump day, as some people will say it, and we halfway through the week, or we're getting ready to get started for the weekend. I just wanted to reach out, see how everybody's doing. Thank everybody for subscribing to my YouTube page, subscribing to and sharing and liking all my videos. This past weekend, I reached out to a lady that she's still in the midst of just transitioning and making sure that her business stays afloat, and just reaching out and sharing and making sure that I touch bases with everybody. And if you're here in the Georgia area, please go out to Sugarloaf Parkway, go out there to the Wing Suite, pick you up some wings. As you saw, you know what I mean, them wings is off the chain. But you know, for the most part, you gotta maintain a livable and a respectable lifestyle for yourself. Like I said, I know I've changed my diet as I gotten older, and like I said, a few things in life you're gonna have to change, you know, just to maintain your mental stability, your physical stability, and your spiritual stability. So, you know, you do those things in order to, you know, keep up the lifestyle that you need to keep up, and making sure that it's applicable and feasible for you. Some things you got to trim the fat. Sometimes you got to get rid of some things you don't want to get rid of, and some things you need to add. But as long as it's knowledgeable and helpful to you, like I said, those things will be prosperous for you in the end. Like I said, I really appreciate everyone reaching out. I love it when people just, you know what I mean, just share my page and, you know, click that you like it. Even the views, you know, there's a saying where a guy goes, you know, I got 5,000 views, but I only got 3 likes. It happens, you know, and you can't be upset with people not liking it, but people have viewed it and they can share it with somebody else and maybe they'll like it. I said, that's my main thing, is just try to be helpful in whatever phase, season, or anything in life where you're at, wherever you can offer advice or offer anything that's helpful to someone. I said, we in perilous times right now. So like I said, it's easy to, as they say, fall off the rails, you know, and do things that's not like you or unlike you. I said, I'm not even going to try to get into all the craziness that's going on. But like I said, before you do anything, make sure you think about, you know, the time that it's going to cost you to do the things that you're going to do, you know what I mean, and what all is going to cost you in general. You know, sometimes it's feasible just to sit back, let things happen, and get somebody on your team that might know what they're doing, or like I said, taking advice from people that, you know, only want to see a selfish side where, you know, man, don't do that. You know, I can't believe you letting them do you like this. Don't worry about that, because the end result is you have to make the choice. You're going to have to live with what's going on, and you are going to have to be the one to answer. You know, when we leave here, there's nobody going to be standing with you. Allah going to be there, and He's going to ask you, what did you do in order to help folks out, or to put people in despair, or to keep people hanging on? What did you do? Not what did your crew do, or what did everybody around you tell you to do? So like I said, make sure your choices and everything that you do is applicable and compatible to what your lifestyle, what you're living, and how you're doing stuff. Okay? But in the most part, for the main being, just try to live peaceful. Try to have a peaceful mind and be mindful of others. That way, when things do come along, you'll know how to deal with them. Things happen to us things happen to us for a reason at that time. That's so later, if we make it to later, we'll know how to make an adjustment, pivot, and redirect that energy to something positive, to where it can be fruitful to us in the end. So when you're out there today, just think about everything. Think about the steps that you take. Think about the people that you don't talk to. Think about the people that you do talk to. Think about shutting people off or not shutting people off. Everything is conducive and everything will go along with what you're trying to do, where you're trying to get, and all the things that you hope to accomplish. So be mindful, be aggressive, be persistent, and most of all, be you. You have a good Wednesday. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy everything and enjoy life. Dreams out loud. I'm out. And enjoy yourself.